Hello students, let us start miscellaneous exercise of chapter 9. Hope you remember about the formulae of arithmetic progression and geometric progression. First question is, show that sum of m plus nth and m minus nth terms of an AP is equal to twice the mth term. Let us start from left hand side, a m plus n. It can be written as a plus m plus n minus 1 into d. It's the basic formula of an, that is a plus n minus 1 into d, and similarly is the second formula a plus m minus n minus 1 into d. Then simply add a and a, it's 2a. Then take d common from second and fourth term. The inside terms are m plus n minus 1 plus m minus n minus 1. Now cancel plus n and minus n and add the remaining terms in the bracket. M plus m, it's 2m, minus 1 minus 1, it's minus 2. Now take 2 common from this sequence. It's 2 into a plus m minus 1 into d. Basically it's am. It's the right hand side is equal to twice of the mth term. If you know the formulae, you can solve all the questions of miscellaneous. Basically these are the practice questions. If sum of three numbers in AP is 24 and their product is 440, find the numbers. If there are three numbers in AP and you have to assume the numbers, then assume the numbers as a minus d, a and a plus d, so that when you add these numbers you can cancel minus d and plus d and you can easily find out the value of a in the first step. It's 3a is equal to 24. Then you can write a is equal to 24 divided by 3, it's 8. It means the three numbers are 8 minus d, 8 and 8 plus d. According to the second condition in the statement, the product is 440. Now 8 when divided by 440, it gives us 55. And on left hand side, a minus b, a plus b, you can write a square minus b square. It's 64 minus d square. In the next step, you can shift 64 on the right hand side. The answer is minus d square is equal to minus 9. It means you can write d is equal to plus minus 3. Now if d is equal to 3, the numbers are 8 minus 3, 8 and 8 plus 3. If d is equal to minus 3, it's 11, 8 and 5. The numbers are same in both the cases. Question number 3. Let the sum of n, 2n and 3n terms of an AP is S1, S2 and S3 respectively. Then you have to show S3 is equal to 3 into S2 minus S1. Now what is the formula for sum of the series? It's n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. It's for n number of terms. Second is for 2n and third is for 3n. Now simply start with the right hand side. Right hand side is 3 into S2 minus S1. Insert the value of S2 and S1. Then take LCM. 2 is LCM. Then 2n into 2a. You can write 2 into. Also you can take n common. It's 2 into 2a plus 2n minus 1 into d. And if n minus 2 is common, then 2a plus n minus 1 into d here. Then multiply. The term is 4a plus 4nd minus 2d. It's minus 2a minus nd plus d. Then 4a minus 2a, answer is 2a. 4nd minus nd Answer is 3nd. Minus 2d plus d, it's minus d. Then take d common from second and third term. Now check this formula, 3n by 2, 2a plus 3n minus 1 into d, it's S3. And you have to prove this. It's in the statement. S3 is equal to 3, S2 minus S1. I start with the right hand side and the answer is S3. Let us start with the question number 4. Find the sum of all the numbers between 200 and 400 which are divisible by 7. Suppose I divide 200 by 7, the remainder is 4. It means the first term is 203. If I divide 400 by 7, the remainder is 1. It means the last term is 399. Now you can write the series 203, 210, 217 and 399. It means the first term is 203, common difference is 7 and the last term is 399. Now what is the formula for last term? It's a plus n minus 1 into d. Insert the value of a, then d, then multiply. 203 is subtracted from left hand side, it's 196, n minus 1 into 7, then 7 is divided by 196, answer is 28, then 1 is added in the left hand side, n is 29. Therefore, you can write the number of terms as 29 in the series, which are divisible by 7 in between 200 and 400. Now you have to calculate the sum of series. The series is 203, 210, 217 up to 399. Now the first term is 203, common difference is 7, last term is 399 and we already calculated this value, n is equal to 29. This value is the additional value. Now the formula for Sn is n by 2 into a plus l. What is the meaning of n? It is the number of terms. A stands for first term and L is the last term. First term is 203, last term is 399. When you add these values, it's 602. When 602 is divided by 2, it's 301. And when 301 is multiplied by 29, it's 8729. Question number 5. Find the sum of the integers from 1 to 100 that are divisible by 2 or 5. Number divisible by 2. You can write the number as 2, 4, 6 up to so on 100. Now select 2 common. It's 1, 2, 3 up to so on 50. Now what is the formula for sigma n? The formula for sigma n is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. When I insert n is equal to 50, it means I can find the sum of 50 terms starting from 1. It's 50 into 51 divided by 2. 2 cancel with each other. 50 into 51, it's 2550. These are the terms which are divisible by 2. Now what are the terms which are divisible by 5? 5, 10 up to so on 100. When I take 5 common, it's 1, 2, 3 up to so on 20. Again apply the formula of sigma n. It's 20 into 21 divided by 2. Now 2 into 10, 20. Then 10 into 21, it's 210. 210 when multiplied by 5, it's 1050. Now if the number is divisible by both, that is 2 and 5, it means you can write the numbers divisible by 10. Basically these numbers are repeated in the item. 10 lies in this value also and in this value also. In both the series 10 is there. Basically you have to subtract this series by adding the series of 2 or 5. Now taking 10 common, inside bracket you can write 1, 2, 3 up to so on 10. Then apply the formula again, sigma n into n plus 1 divided by 2. It's 10 into 11 divided by 2. 2 into 5, 10. And 5 into 11, it's 55. 55 multiplied by 10, it's 550. Now basically this is the formula which we have already completed in set theory. N A union B, it can be written as NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. Now what is the meaning of a union? Basically it stands for OR and intersection stands for AND. If I have to find the numbers divisible by 2 or 5, it means I have to write the number divisible by 2, then plus number divisible by 5, then minus number divisible by 2 and 5. It's 2550 plus 1050 minus 550. It means it's 3600 minus 550, 550. The answer is 3050. Question number 6. Find the sum of all two-digit numbers divisible by 4 yields 1 as remainder. It means you have to write all the numbers, all the two-digit numbers which when divided by 4 gives us the remainder 1. The first number is 13. 13 when divided by 4 gives us the remainder 1. 4 into 3, 12, remainder is 1. 4 into 4, 16, remainder is 1. 4 into 5, 20, remainder is 1. It means you can write all the numbers and last number will be 97. Now the series is 13, 17, 21 up to so on 97. First term is 13, common difference is 4 and last term is 97. In first step, calculate the value of n by applying the formula L is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. L is 97, A is 13 plus n minus 1 into D, value of D is 4. Subtract 13 from left hand side, it's 84. Then divide 4, it's 21. Then add 1, it's 22. Now what about Sn? You can apply the formula n by 2 A plus L because last term is known to you. Value of A is 13 and value of L is 97. It's 110. And outside bracket it's 22 divided by 2 because the value of n is 22 as per calculated above this value. 22 divided by 2 it's 11. Now 11 into 110 it's 1210. 1210 is the answer. This question is the important question as far as your final examination is concerned. F of xy, f of x plus y is equal to f of x, f of y, and f of 1 is equal to 3. And also it's given sigma x is equal to 1 to n, fx is equal to 120, and you have to calculate the value of n. Let us start first of all with the series. Now f1 is given to you. Now how to calculate the other values? Basically f2, f3 up to so on fn. Basically this content is required from the equation. Now if I have to calculate the value of f2, I can write f1 plus 1 as in the statement fx plus y is fx into fy. It means I can write f1 into f1, it's 3 into 3, 9. Similarly, I can calculate the value of f3 by writing f2 plus 1, f2, f1, value of f2 is 9 and value of f1 is 3. It means I can write 9 into 3, it's 27. Similarly, I can write the value of fn because each time the number is multiplied by 3. 3 into 3, 9, then 9 into 3, 27. It means I can write the last value as 3 raised to power n. After calculating the value of f1, f2, f3 up to so on fn, what about second condition? The second condition is sigma x is equal to 1 to n fx is equal to 120. Now open this sigma bracket or summation content f1, f2, f3 up to so on fn. Now insert the value 3 plus 9 plus 27 up to so on 3 raised to power n is equal to 120. Now apply the formula for Sn because it's Gp a into r raised to power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. The answer is 120. Now 3 minus 1 it's 2. When multiplied by 120 it gives us 240. Then divided by 3 it's 80. Then add 1 it's 81. It means 3 raised to power n can be written as 81 and 81 further can be written as 3 raised to power 4. It means answer is n is equal to 4. Question number 8 of miscellaneous exercise. The sum of some terms means number of terms are unknown of a GP is 315 means Sn is given to you, that is 315, whose first term and common ratio means A and R is also given to you. Value of R is A is 5 and value of R is 2. Find the last term and the number of terms. You have to calculate L and N. Now what is the formula of Sn? The formula is A into r raised to power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Insert the value of r as 2 and value of A is 5. And what about Sn? It's 315. 2 minus 1 is 1. When 315 is divided by 5, it gives us 63. Now 63 when added with 1, it's 64. And 64 can be written as 2 raised to power 6. It means the value of n is equal to 6. Comes out to be 6. Now the last term, L, the formula is A r raised to power n minus 1. Now n is 6. It's 5 into 2 raised to power 5. 2 raised to power 5 is 32. 32 when multiplied by 5 gives us 160. These two contents are required. One is N, second is L. The next statement is, first term of the GP is 1. The sum of third and fifth term is 90. Find the common ratio. First term is 1 and sum of third term A3 plus A5 is 90. It means AR square plus AR raised to power 4 is 90. Value of A is 1. Therefore, you can write R square plus R raised to power 4 is 90. Or you can write R raised to power 4 plus R square minus 90 is equal to 0. Then factorize. You can write R square plus 10 into r square minus 9 is equal to 0. One value is minus 10 because square is never negative. If I write r square is equal to 9, it means r is plus minus 3. Question number 10. Sum of three numbers in GP is 56. It means A plus AR plus AR square is 56. If we subtract 1, 7 and 21 from these numbers, the answer is in AP. Find the numbers. Taking A common, it means you can write A into 1 plus R square is equal to 56. When I subtract 1 from first number, 7 from second number and 21 from third number, the resulting sequence is in AP. Now what is the condition for AP? Double of second term is equal to addition of first and third term. Apply this condition. It's 2AR minus 14 A plus AR square minus 22 minus 14 plus 22 A minus 2AR plus AR square. Taking A common, you can write A into 1 minus 2R plus R square is equal to 8. Let it be number 2. Then 1 divided by 2. First term is A into 1 plus R square divided by A into 1 minus 2R plus R square. It's 56 divided by 8. Answer is 7. Then multiply the term from denominator on the right hand side. It's 7 into 1 7, 7 into 2 R 14R, 7 into R square. Then shift the terms to the right hand side. 7R square minus R square, it's 6R square, minus 14R minus R, it's minus 15R, 7 minus 1, it is 6. Then factorize, you will get the value of R as 2 and 1 over 2. Now calculate the value of A. A into 1 plus R square is equal to 56. Insert the value of R as 2, it's 1 plus 2 plus 4, it's 7. Then divide by 7, the value of A is 8. Now what about numbers? AR square, it's 8, 16 and 32. If R is equal to 1 over 2, then A 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4. Basically the statement is A 1 plus R square is equal to 56. That's why 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 is there. Now take LCM. This value is 7 over 4. Then shift on the right hand side. 4 is multiplied and 7 is divided. 7 into 8 56. 8 into 4 32. It means the value of A is 32. Now insert again the value. It's A, AR and AR square. It's 32. 32 multiplied 1 by 1 over 2, it is 16. And 32 when multiplied by 1 over 4, it's 8. I have completed 10 questions of miscellaneous exercise. In the next video, I will start from question number 11 onwards. Thanks for watching my video.